Welcome to
The spooky A Ghoul in His Room episode. Halloween is here, my ghouls and goblins. Did you get your candy laced with fentanyl?
Did you get your fentanyl?
Fentanyl-laced candy, kids? I hope you all die this Halloween with your fentanyl-laced candy. I'm handing it all out. Oh, don't mind that it's all homemade candy that I'm handing out this Halloween, this spooktacular Halloween episode. These free spooky Halloween effects brought to you by Pixabay.com with free images and free music. Thank you, Pixabay.com. Thank you for these interesting That wasn't me. That's the free sound effects. I could just do that myself. It's not great. That's me killing someone. Sorry, I just had to kill someone and bury him soon. Oh, that's a good one. That's like a movie trailer thing. Hey everybody, I got my
Yeah. This Halloween, you thought it was, you thought he was dead. Well, guess what? He's coming, and he's in your yard. He's coming, literally. He's giving a cum tribute to you. He's coming, everybody. That's like every movie trailer has that now. You guys ever notice that? What if I kept these effects on the whole episode? It is Halloween, so maybe I should keep these on, everybody.
I don't know if this is scary, this high voice.
I think it's scary to go
Like lower.
I just made a sound effect. Anybody want to pay for that? Listen.
I probably could make my own sound effect library.
If I wanted to. I've been thinking about trying to make my own sound effects for my little cartoons I do, Elliot cartoons, on my YouTube channel, which is... What is it again? Oh. A Guy in His Room YouTube channel, also known as at Mosquito Man. Look that on misspelled Mosquito Man, MISQUITOMAN on YouTube. And you'll see my Elliot cartoons, and I'm thinking about trying to do my own sound effects for those, or like, you know, scary music. But I only play guitar, so I don't know how scary it'll be, you know. Some of the sound effects I use, like people walking, and some of the other ones, like I have used these free sites, but like I'm like I could just do that myself if I wanted. It's just a lot of work, you know. So I could do any sound effect myself, you know. I could kill someone and record it for a spooky sound effect. I could stab someone.
How do you guys know I didn't? How do you guys know I don't eat people?
I saw like some people got flack because they dressed their kids as Dahmer this Halloween. You guys see this? You guys see this? You guys see this? You guys seen that? You guys see the Dahmer kids? I wonder though, are you really, you know, if you're really dedicated, you want your kid to be Dahmer, cook somebody, you know, cook some, cut off like a piece of your finger, fry it up, and give it to your kid. See if he's a real Dahmer. You know what I mean? Now, are you really gonna go the extra mile, and you're gonna really win Instagram if you have your kid eat somebody? You know what I mean? Like, oh, you thought, you guys thought, your kid was good as Dahmer? Well, guess what? My kid is gonna eat somebody. Like Army Hammer. I fantasize about fucking cutting you and eating it. I fantasize about eating your fucking skin, bitch. Oh, you thought this was gonna be regular sex with an actor? Wrong one, sorry. Oh, you thought this was gonna be regular sex with just an actor guy? It's Army Hammer eating sex. It's cannibalism, bitch. What's this one sound like? Jump scare. I mean, that basically is just like an annoying sound. It's like, oh, we're leading. You can tell it's coming. You can really tell it's coming there too. It like revs up and then it's just like a big loud noise. Listen, you thought that was gonna be like a regular Army Hammer sex, like with an actor? Guess what? This is what you're gonna hear coming from my apartment. My name is
Army Hammer. Guess what you're gonna hear when you hear "If you live near me, Army Hammer," Hollywood actor. Or that's too low. If you live near me, I don't know how he really talks or sounds. If you live near me, Army Hammer, guess what you're gonna hear coming from my goddamn apartment?
No.
It almost sounded like she was laughing at the end. No. Don't tickle me. Do not do this.
you know what you're gonna hear coming from my Army Hammer Hollywood actor apartment? I mean, okay. That's not what you're gonna hear. I thought that was gonna be a girl. You know what you're gonna hear? I could just upload these. It's literally me doing that.
I guess that one is the best one. I mean, yeah, these are free, so you're not gonna get like top shelf effects here, okay? Okay, buddy? Not gonna get top shelf stuff, alright? You're just gonna Halloween Impact. Yeah, Army Hammer was a young actor, and who knew that he was gonna take after Jeffrey Dahmer. Army Hammer is coming. Army goddamn Hammer.
Yeah, so, don't have your kids go kill someone and eat them like Jeffrey Dahmer. That's the problem. Like, it's one thing. Look, I'm going to make a public service announcement. Like, it's one thing to go out there and dress your kid as Dahmer, but, like, it's another thing to don't go the extra mile of having him actually kill and dismember and eat people. Like, we got to stop this. Like, we really got to stop these kids from doing that. All right, is that enough Dahmer talk? Are you guys done with me talking about him? He's gay and he's misunderstood and he represents the LGBTQ community, so, I guess you guys don't support that or what? I don't know, Yes. I guess I can't really drink coffee and do this thing because it's going to be edits I'm going to have to make, guys. Oh, God, I have a fucking work meeting this week that I have to go travel for, and, not looking forward. Just because, and it's not because of COVID, like people would think, like, they sent on a survey, like, oh, are you comfortable with, because of COVID, to go to the work meeting? I'm like, I just don't want to fucking go. Gotta leave like 6:30 a.m. or something, like, fuck. All day I'm going to be tired, Like, I'm not going to be in a good mood. I'm going to be... And I'm not the guy... I don't know how anybody does this and is not exhausted. This traveling shit. And I'm only traveling, like, to Philly. A couple hours, but... I mean... It sucks ass. Like, it's so exhausting to just travel. Like, maybe it won't be that bad. I'm just on a train for 2 hours, like... I hope I'm not. I mean, I just went to see my family this weekend, Halloween weekend, and spectacular weekend. And maybe that was stupid because I'm more exhausted now. And you know what? I'm not gonna want to be sick for the work meeting. Although I kind of am. Honestly, I'm a little bit like hoping I'm sick and I can't go. Now, is that why I visited family this weekend? Kind of. No, I just wanted it for Halloween but a little part of me does want to catch the cold that they had and not go to the work meeting. How awesome would that be? I mean, and look, here's the thing. I could lie and say I have whatever, you know. Are they going to ask me for a COVID fucking I am actually worried, not worried. I'm actually curious that like okay, say I came down with something. Like, oh, I have a bad cold. Are they going to make me still go? Cuz people are going to be like now not everybody, the older guys like that I work with are not going to complain. But certain people will be weird about it. I guarantee you if I'm fucking sneezing and sniffly and have a cold, I don't know. You never know now, and you know what that is called? That's called old discrimination. There's almost like a stigma. There's almost a stigma against people that have colds now. I mean, there is. If you have a flu or cold and you just sound like stuffed up, you're gonna like, you know, people are gonna be weird to you. I think we gotta stop that. I mean, I'm a cold community representative. I mean, I just would be curious to see because I may be sniffly when I go in there. I'm gonna be tired. I'm gonna, be traveling across state lines, sniffling. I don't know if you're allowed to do that anymore. Like that's a little bit of a stigma against cold havers. You know how they say uterus havers. You know how they say uterus havers now.
Well, I'm a cold haver. I'm a flu haver. I'm a penis haver. I'm a vagina haver.
I can't even believe that's real. Like that's like the most dehumanizing shit ever to say you're a uterus haver. Women are really getting like it was all about I mean, I've talked about this before. All about feminism with the Me Too, and then all of a sudden now it's you're a vagina haver. You're nothing. You're a fucking thing. You're barely human. You're just a vagina haver. Get out of here. I'm a trans man. I mean, I'm a man. I'm a trans woman. We're taking over. Okay, the guys are taking over women stuff. You guys, you women, you like pussy havers. You just sit at home because us penis havers that are now women, we're taking over. Okay, so you little fucking, you broads, you just sit at home and cook, I guess, with your vagina having bitch. Maybe they're like mad at women and that's why they use that term now. Oh, fuck you, vagina haver. You don't know what it's like to have a surgery to get a vagina. Like, you just have one, It's not fair to us penis havers, but we want to have vaginas, that you can just have a pussy, bitch. Yeah. You guys have probably heard about this Fetterman guy that's running for PA Senate or something. He's going after Dr. Oz. And, I mean, when those are the two choices you have, like, what? Like, we are fucking in shambles. Like, this is such a disgraceful state that we're in right now. I mean, look at this guy. Literally looks like a monster. And I'm not trying to be, like, a mean asshole high school bully, but, like, what the fuck is going on with this guy? I mean, look at his skull must be like, he literally is like no one, is this like a new species of human? Like, look at this guy. His skull is like, what the fuck is he? I don't know if I was just thinking, maybe he looked different when he was younger and he gained mass in his skull. But, I looked up images of him. I didn't type in, Fetterman monster. But this guy is literally a fucking lab experiment. I mean, and he just had a stroke, and he did the debate, and he couldn't really like make sense or whatever. I mean, oh my god, what the fuck is this guy? Just like, what is happening? You know? Look at this guy, and he has this. Oh, there's a. He's 6'8". I mean, that's already like, what the fuck is going on with you, dude? But this is a younger pic of him. Okay, he resembled a human being back then. But now, this is the size of his head. Look at this. Oh, I guess he's probably using his wife to like be like, I have a Hispanic wife, so like, I understand. Like, why is his wife in every picture? Who cares, dude? Aren't you running? Like, what are you doing? She's Hispanic, so like. And, I just, like, I actually saw that debate. Now, I don't want to get into politics about debating politics, but, like, we shouldn't have this guy running. Like, he should, look, if you had a stroke and you can't really speak, and it sounds like, now, look, he could have, like, I just saw somebody say, oh, it's just difficulty talking. It doesn't have anything to do with his brain. Well, then fucking come out and say that then. Present that to people, have records of it too. I'm sick of politicians not having any requirements. Why are we letting anyone who wants to run? You can be, I guess, any condition at all, health condition now. Look at this guy, can't even fucking talk. I mean, and I understand if you have like nervous habits when you talk, or you're nervous speaking in front of people. Although, then why would you run for fucking Congress? But that's not what this is. He had a stroke. His brain might not work, like, period. Like, and that's how it came off in that debate. Now, I don't like Dr. Oz either. He obviously came off better, but not really, because, like, some of it's like, dude, you don't have to be a dickhead, Like, he brought up this incident that I got to see shot a black guy. And I don't really know what that was about. I don't know the history of that incident. Like, but just to, like, bring that up, like, oh, yeah, you shot a black guy. So what do you, like, that's obviously, like, a stupid, but that's what politicians do. It's not just Dr. Oz or anything. But, I mean, look, Fetterman, this guy should not, like, why is he allowed to run? Why is he allowed to not show any kind of medical records? People said that about Trump, and I agree. Like, anybody in public office, I think, should have to show some kind of proof that you aren't gonna fucking stroke out. You already, like, dude, you need to be get a little bit in shape. I mean, obviously the stroke was because you're not, like, taking care of your health, or genetic. I don't know how that, I don't really know enough about, I guess those can happen anyway, even if you're fit, but, you know what? I don't understand, like, these tall-ass guys, like, I'm 6'9", or whatever this guy is. Like, why are they also, like, really obese? Like, you have a higher metabolism, right? Like, you're taller. To me, I'm like, dude, don't take that for granted. You're gonna also be obese. You're already fucking tall as hell. Like, you can eat more than I can. You can eat probably way more calories per day than me. Although you probably need it, I guess, because you're so gigantic. But, how hard is it to not be also big and tall? Just be one of the two, But anyway, that has nothing to do with your brain function. I mean, look, even if look, like I said, I don't like Dr. Oz. I don't like celebrity fake doctors being on. I mean, he might be a real doctor, but still, like, I wouldn't want Dr. Phil to run. I wouldn't want anyone on TV to be a fucking senator. But look, out of the two, sorry, Dr. Oz should be in there. If you're, dude, like, you can, like, and you know what I hate about the left right now is everything they do, everything based on, we're doing this because, like, we're like, we have empathy and compassion, so, like, we're lifting up disabled people. And you right-wing asshole bigots, you're going to criticize a guy when he's down? dude, it's not like you broke your leg. You need to be able to think to be on the Senate or whatever. God, man. And all right, maybe people are saying, oh, he'll get over the stroke. Do we know that? No. So you know what I think? Sit this one out. Run next time. Don't run for Congress when you can't think properly. And I don't know, maybe it's just his speech like people are saying. Well, talk about it. Don't lie to people, because he was dodging all the debates with Dr. Oz. Like, to be fair to Dr. Oz, he has a good point. Like, he was avoiding the debate. Like, look, we need requirements for people to be in Congress, I think. Stop having people as old as Biden as president. Make them be able to think properly. And that's it. Like, if you don't like Dr. Oz, take Fetterman out. He can't think properly, as evidenced by the whole fucking hour-long debate. The dude couldn't fucking talk or think properly. If you can't, and here's the thing, okay, maybe it's just a speech like people are saying. Then maybe have him write out the answers on the debate then or something. Like, he just went up there and like hoped that it would go well. That's what it came off as. Like, I know they had, apparently they had like giant closed captions for him. I don't mind that he needs that kind of stuff. I don't mind that he's like recovering from a stroke and maybe he'll get over it. Like, all right, good for him. Like, you know, I'm like supportive of somebody going through something, but like, I don't think you should be in Congress right now. Like, sit it out and do it next time or something. Or show like evidence, or have your doctor say like, look, I mean, I just know you just shouldn't be running. Sorry. If Dr. Oz was in that condition, I would say the same thing. Anybody, you know? And I hate the left constantly making everything like you know, getting social credit scores, you know, like, oh, we're lifting up a disabled guy now. Like this, like these. Now, Reddit is a place to get nuanced opinions, but look at this.
A speech impaired, of course, I'm not saying mentally impaired. John Fetterman is better than a fast-talking Mehmet, whatever his name is, Oz. You can recover from a stroke. You cannot recover from having Dr. Oz as a senator. Oh, really? How do you know? He's never been in Congress. I mean...
Doctor, I happened to watch that debate, the whole thing, because somebody on YouTube was streaming it. And Dr. Oz didn't say anything even out there, like right-wing seeming to me. He seemed very moderate, like even more than Biden is. Now, I don't know, maybe he has some crazy positions, but he actually seemed like pretty moderate, like almost a Democrat, to be honest. Like, I don't even know why he's right-wing. It was something like he was actually, I think he's not, like he's not pro-choice, but he has exceptions, which is basically how I feel. I mean, I'm like, I guess pro-choice, but like, I mean, I'm sort of becoming less so as I get older, but that's only because I think some of the left, like in the media and everything, they kind of act like, they did act like abortion is basically birth control. I mean, you know, that's kind of true, I think. Although I guess they wouldn't really say that out loud, but I just think that people are people were, for a while now, people are too nonchalant about, like, having an abortion. I mean, it's really crazy to me. Even the Plan B pill, I'm like, dude, you just wear a condom. How hard is it? Anyway, I'm just sick of this shit. Like, quit having these people, like Rogan, I guess, said something like, you know, why does the left keep having disabled people with, like, clear, like, fucked up people that can't really speak or talk? Fuck this guy. I'm just sick of this shit. Like, oh, this whole virtuous, like, I'm gonna still run even though I have brain impairment and I can't speak. No. You know? It's not a fucking anxiety thing. Your brain's fucked up, so you can't be in Congress. Sorry, why don't we have fucking requirements? You know? Unbelievable. Look at this idiot. I mean, this is an opinion piece, but it's on usatoday.com. Like John Fetterman.
I suffered a stroke. Watching him isn't painful, it's inspiring. So So this guy who wrote
The article had a stroke and he got over it. Good for you. Now, if you have a stroke and you can't think and speak properly, I'm not going to vote for you. Like, it has nothing to... It's not mean. What happened to fucking people being like, well, that's a fact? You know, it's not a subjective thing to say somebody can't speak and think clearly when it's obvious and on video and live. A debate is live. I know probably all the answers were, like, the questions were given to them because debates are fake at this point. And you know what one thing I hate about these debates now? Just, you know, because they're fucking stupid, but they're like, you have 30 seconds. They always go over the time, and they just don't shut up. Like, Dr. Oz kept going. Every fucking time he kept going. He didn't shut up. You know, like, just shut up, dude. You look like an asshole. You have 30 seconds, so quit at 30 seconds. I mean, maybe they should take a page from stand-up comedy, where you have a certain amount of time for a set at open mics, 5 minutes or whatever it is. They light you at 4, and they're like, all right, you got a minute left. And then you get off the fucking stage. You don't keep going until somebody rings a bell, and then it's like, we have to continue. Please stop. God. Many of those who support him, Dr. Oz, have belittled and bullied Fetterman. Is it bullying if it's fact? You had a stroke, and you couldn't speak at the debate. You said shit that didn't make sense. You can't be an official making decisions for people. Sorry that, like, science is a thing, even though it's kind of not anymore. God. How do you get to be look like this? He might be like a scientific miracle, like he's 6'9" or whatever. This dude, like, honestly, and I'm not even joking, I think he may have Neanderthal blood or something. Because I know there was, like, a couple different races of cavemen. I know this is, like, mean, but I don't know, dude. Cavemen is a slanderous word. We should really stop using
the word caveman because that's like Homo troglodytes. Oh, so that's what that means. I never really knew what
troglodyte meant when people use that. Dude, I mean, he seriously may have Neanderthal DNA because they say that. Look, this is NationalGeographic.com is talking about it. He may have that. Now, if he does, that's not a disability, right? I mean, he's giant. Although I don't know, like a lot of those gigantism people, like they have a ton of health problems, and that I honestly do think maybe that led to his stroke or something. He's so fucking huge. I hate his fucking goatee fucking thing. Ugly as hell, dude. God. He seriously looks like... I mean, just look at that. Would you want to see, like, if it's at nighttime and you see this guy coming towards you, you'd fucking... Holy shit, man. You're just a big guy, man. You're just a big guy. I have a Spanish wife, okay, so... Oh my god, is he like in... What the fuck, man? I'm surprised he talks like how he does. His voice is pretty normal, and I thought it would be like... Hey everybody, I'm John Fetterman.
Everybody, I'm John Fetterman. Oh, Fetterman angry. Alright, I'm
being a high school bully now. I'm sure he got called that when he was growing up. He was obviously had to be super tall when he was growing up, and like... But it's just weird. You get older and you really... People in general, as they age, really start to look weird. Like their body... Everything... Like... I don't know. It's just so weird how people age. Like, and they just fucking... You become weird, you know? Your body just changes, like, becomes grotesque shapes and stuff. I don't know. So look forward to it, young Gen Z people who listen.
I have a big Gen Z following. And I want to talk about Fetterman. One good thing about Fetterman is, you know, in the spirit of Halloween, we have a real Frankenstein monster running for Senate. I mean, it's a really good, like. Guess who we're gonna have in Pennsylvania for the Senate, guys? John Fetterman. You thought a regular guy was gonna run for Pennsylvania Senate? Well, guess what, everybody? John Fetterman is coming.
John Fetterman. Yeah, you thought a normal guy was going to go. Guess what? John Fetterman is coming, running for Senate. In a Senate race near you, John Fetterman is coming. My name is John Fetterman, and I'm here to save your town, and I'm gonna run for Senate. I hope you have little babies for me to eat, because that's what I live off. I live off baby blood and the skulls of infants I keep in my room, and I have a shrine to little dead baby skulls that I subsist on. Fetterman angry! Don't make Fetterman angry. You wouldn't like to see Fetterman when he's angry. I'm
Starting a death metal band. They're called Fetterman Side. We all just dress as John Fetterman. Oh wow, what a scary costume. What are you dressed as, little boy?
John Fetterman, have you heard of him?
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
Very good costume. Here you go. Wow, you're really scary looking. Who are you dressed as?
Fetterman, the guy running for Senate and PM.
Oh wow, good. Here you go. Full size Snickers. That's where we are, guys. I'm voting. A vote for Fetterman is a vote for empathy and compassion. Okay? A vote for Fetterman is a vote for compassion and love and understanding. Okay? I'm the teacher and Beavis and Butthead. Okay? Beavis and Butthead. Let's settle down. Okay? Like, let's just vote for Fetterman and vote for change. If you really want to make an impact, let's vote for some change, guys. Okay? Yeah, like, let's do that, okay? Peace and love, everybody. Fetterman, 2020, whatever, too. I just hate this shit where you're not allowed to say shit that is just obvious. Well, I don't know. Maybe we should talk about Fetterman's health because, you know, oh, hey, excuse me? Excuse me? Oh, so you're a hateful piece of shit then? No, I just want somebody that, like, unbelievable. Anybody that votes for him, like, I mean, you gotta be. What do you get? Oh, you get this TV guy or this guy that had a stroke and is pretending he didn't. That's the problem. Like, if he at least was out there, like, I mean, just get the fuck. I can't wait till, like, to see who they keep fucking putting in office now. We have Biden, a guy who, like, has to be let off stage every time he talks. He doesn't know where he is. They don't talk about it. They're pretending it doesn't happen. Oh, yeah, let's just pretend everything's fine. No, we clearly see what's going on there. Now we have this John Fetterman guy. He had a stroke. He can't speak. Who's next, you know? I mean, a guy with no fucking legs and arms. Well, I'd rather have him than this guy. Seriously, though, who is next after this? Like, I mean, I don't know. Let me see. If you had a guy that can speak or he's deaf, I would vote for him over Fetterman. That's for sure. If you have a real disability that isn't like a stroke where you don't know if he's going to recover or not, that's the problem. Like, it's not like, oh, I had a stroke 3 years ago, so I have trouble with this, and I know how to get past it. No, we don't know. It's up in the air, you know? He just had a stroke. It's ridiculous, man. Who knows? He might have another one, dude. He's huge. He probably has health issues that he's not talking about. Who's next, you know? What can we do next? We're putting a disabled guy that had a stroke 3 days ago. That he's not just not. Unless we're not going to talk about it, we're not going to bring that up because that's hateful. All right, what should we do next? We had a dementia old guy. No, hey, there's no. You can do whatever you want. Oh, do you have dementia and you don't know where you are? You can be president now. Oh, did you just have a stroke and you don't speak or think clearly anymore? You can run for Senate for the Democrats now. You can run for the left. Go ahead. What's next, you know? I don't know. I can't even think of somebody like worse than that. Because even if you had somebody that like had no, oh, I'm blind or something. All right, he's blind, but he can still think. You know what I mean? Like, there's no even worse that I can think of. I don't know. Somebody that just was in war and got blown up, half his face is off. I don't know. I can't think of anybody. Even Stephen Hawking, I'd rather have because he has he still seems smart. He just had that disability. And he had to type out what he said. But if that was what Fetterman had, I'd be like, all right. You know, he knows what his limits are, and he goes, like, I can't even think, unless it was a worse stroke than what Fetterman had. Like, I don't know. And I mean, England just they just get rid of people over there. The prime minister just quit. And the other one before that, he resigned. They just keep getting rid of people, and we just refuse to do that here for some reason. Like, oh, do you, like, it doesn't matter what anybody does here. We just never get, like, Trump got impeached twice. He stayed in office. Regardless of what do you think about the fact that he was impeached, he still was in office and he served a full term. We never get rid of people. Clinton stayed in. Nobody resigns and leaves. I mean, people left in his, like, administration, but there's no big, like, prime minister type person that ever quits like that. Like in England. I'm so jealous. Like, why can't we do that? Like, John Fetterman should now go, all right, I'm going to pass the torch. Somebody else is running. Like, why not, you know?
Yeah, but I know I was joking around kind of doing the, Halloween spooky. This is supposed to be like a fun Halloween episode. Yeah, like, oh my god.
Yeah, like, this is supposed to be like a funny goofing around Halloween episode, like, you know, whatever, oh, ghosts, whatever, goblins, like, funny, whatever, goofing around. Well, look. Gotta get serious for a second, because I've been really upset. I've been really, really fucking mad about who? Let me tell you. This is funny. Kanye said stuff, okay? Bipolar, mentally ill Kanye, off his medicine, said things that were crazy again, and I can't really stand for that, okay? I really can't stand for that.
I just can't do it. And I just want to apologize to all the Jewish listeners out there, and the guy in this room is sympathetic to the Jewish cause. I do not want to be canceled by anyone, and I just really be crying. I've honestly been like crying about what this mentally ill bipolar man off his meds said. You know,
because like one thing we should really do with Kanye West is really take everything he says seriously and hold him accountable, especially when he's manic and off his meds, as he is often known to do. is take everything he says seriously, make him pay for it, and show him that he's wrong about the Jewish powerful people being Jewish and controlling his life or whatever by canceling him and proving him that they are powerful and can cancel and ruin his life. No. Look, I'm not a guy who is one of those people that talks about the what is it called? I thought there was a name for it. The people that think Jewish people control the world or whatever. There's some kind of name. I'm not one of those people, but if you want to prove Kanye wrong, why would you cancel everything and come out against him, all the people in the Israel? I mean, you all you did was like make him more convinced that that's true by canceling him and ruining everything. Now, I don't think really that he is going to be ruined by this. Everybody's acting like he's gone now, he's done. No, I don't really think so. I mean, I'm just so sick of this. Everybody fucking every couple years, Kanye says something when he's manic, clearly manic and mentally ill, and people flip out and they go, "This is it for Kanye. I can't stand by why Kanye." First, it was he liked Trump. He was all of a sudden he's a Trump guy. That was the big thing. Then he says like slavery was a choice. He was clear every time this happens. He's manic and off his medicine. We know that this is what happens every time. The dude doesn't take his medicine. He made an album where he talked about that he thought it was a superpower to be bipolar, so he doesn't want to take the medicine because I think he also thinks that it makes him not creative anymore if he takes the medicine. So it happened again this time. He said something again when he was mentally ill and off his meds, and people went crazy and reacted to it again. Why would you do that? Just stop. Stop taking what he says seriously. He's mentally ill and manic. If he wasn't, and he said it in a calm manner, I could see why you'd then respond to it. But, he had some tweets that were seen as anti-Semitic. And now look at this. Online, Kanye West fans make Adidas pay for his historic ties to Nazis. Yeah, like, if you really want to go down this road, like Peloton canceled his music. Oh, you can't play Kanye West music on Pelotons now. Well, fuck you. I won't buy it then. Because anytime somebody has a controversy, you're going to take their music off? Fuck you, R. Kelly is fine to play. Michael Jackson's fine to... I mean, you can go down this road with so many people. Now, I didn't know Adidas had links to the Nazis in the 1930s, but you did. So guess what? Oh, we're going to take a stand against Kanye, but you have actual ties to Nazis. I didn't know that. Now I know that. Well, you reap what you sow. If you're going to go against a mentally ill guy, everybody's all about mental illness until Kanye says something. That's what keeps happening. Now, I do think he is a right-wing guy now. I think that's not just bipolar. Like, I think he is a Trump guy. And, as soon as somebody fucking... Look, even Michael Rappaport tweeted an article that has... So funny. I love this stuff when they get called out. I love this shit. Now, I don't know why I have to say this, but I don't condone if Kanye does think there's a Jewish conspiracy, they own everything. Although they, there's some powerful people probably, I don't know who. But I know that anytime anyone even criticizes Jewish anything, the Israel lobby or whatever it's called comes out and says this big thing and they make a stink and they get canceled. That happens every time. Look at Ice Cube. And, I'm not a guy that's pro, like, Jewish people own everything conspiracy, whatever it's called. And I guess he said something about I'm going to go DEFCON 3 on Jewish people. He like misspelled his own tweet. Look, yeah, Kanye says crazy shit. He does it all the time, every couple of years. Okay, apparently, it was founded by a Nazi. I did not know that. I'm not gonna look it up. I don't care. I'm done with this shit. I'm done with Kanye outrage. I'm just done with it. You know what? Kanye could say whatever he wants. I'm not gonna react anymore. Like, how about that? Why don't we just do that? Kanye might be trolling. I don't even know anymore. He does this all the time, man. Before, it wasn't political, it wasn't anti-Semitic, but it was always a crazy thing he said. All the time. One time he tweeted, Cosby's innocent. Nobody really cared that much, though. I mean, they kind of did, but not really. He wasn't canceled for that. I'm so sick of this shit. I will say one thing about Kanye. It's interesting when he came out as a Trump guy. When he came out against the left, I was like, this is kind of interesting and entertaining to me. That he's going against the grain in Hollywood. That's interesting. I'm glad somebody is not the same as everybody else in Hollywood. Now, he did decide to date a Kardashian, so, like, you can't be really against Hollywood and saying it's sinful or whatever religious thing, and date the most extreme example of Hollywood sin, if you want to see it as that. The Kardashians are like the most fucking corrupt, whatever fake family there is, and you dated Kim? But then now he's divorced. I mean, but when he was still with her, I was like, you can't talk about like Christian whatever and be married to Kim Kardashian, dude. Like, you reap what you sow. You fucking, I don't know why I keep saying that. I guess I'm saying old sayings now. You reap what you sow, my friend. But yeah, you can't be, but. Anyway, I'm done with Kanye. Just be done with him. You know what? If you really, the only real rational response to Kanye is that I'm done with talking about him. He loves this shit. He loves being talked about. I'm sure he didn't love, like, being canceled from all his contracts. I mean, I think that kind of did surprise him, but, like, I'm just sick of this shit. Who fucking cares what he says when he's manic? He's always mentally ill when this happens. He's never, like, you can tell he's always going through a manic phase. When you're bipolar, you have the manic, and then you have the... I've never seen him in the depressed phase, though, which is weird. I mean, I looked up... I'm no expert on mental health, but bipolar is like you have a manic phase where you're crazy and fucking manic, and then you have a depressed phase. I've never seen Kanye sitting around depressed, okay? I guess because he's not in the news then, but I've never seen that happen. The dude's always been crazy. To act like you're, like, done with him because of these I mean, it's just so stupid, man. I understand, like, you're gonna put out a thing like I don't support Kanye's comments, but, like, to, like, cancel your contract with him and act like it's not because he's manic again and he off his meds. I mean, quit talking about him. That's all you have to do. I think, like, really, if you would just say, like, man, that's, come on, man. Like, that's all you would have to say, really. And you don't have to go, like, people act like if you don't say anything, that's condoning it now. That's the problem. Like, so you have to go, I stand against Kanye's remarks. Like, yeah, everybody else does too. That's a sane human being. Like, oh, wow. I didn't know this happened. M.i.a. Took a picture with Candace Owens. How dare she take a picture with someone that left people disagree with? How dare she? Man, they always put out people's ages all the time in these articles. It's kind of like, I think M.i.a. is just another person that likes to not be like, just, she likes to be a little controversial. I don't think she actually is like, I'm a Candace Owens person now. Same thing with, well, Kanye West does believe that. But she's always been, like, slightly controversial, so I think that's what it is. And, like, that's, like, a no-no now. You really can't be like that anymore. Like, you know, people got upset that she gave I don't know, showed her middle finger during the Super Bowl one year. But then, like, she does this, just takes a picture with, like, a right-wing person. Now, like, she didn't wear a White Lives Matter shirt like Kanye did. But they're like, yeah, she's for free speech. She put, here's a scary picture. Like, that's obviously a tongue-in-cheek thing. Like a scary picture meaning, oh, Candace Owens is a scary person, like evil. Hey, I'm not allowed to do it. Like, she's a free speech person because she was friends with, like, Julian Assange, too. And Edward Snowden talked about that kind of stuff. But nobody, like, that wasn't a big deal back then. And that wasn't that long ago. But, like, then, you know, like, now it's really controversial to do this, even though, like, now it's becoming a little bit like, I'm just going to come out with it now because Elon Musk is taking Twitter over. So just being a free speech person like this is like a big statement. Yeah, okay, that's not true. Being photographed with Candace Owens means your music career is going to be dead within 1 week. Yeah, I don't think so, buddy. This is Newsweek.com. I thought it was right wing, but... oh my God. Sympathetic to fascism. You're sympathetic to fascism. You are, because you're shutting it down. That's what fascism means, you idiot. Brick Magazine. Whatever that is. God, man. Go fuck off, man. Fuck off, dude. Just saying you're pro-free speech is fascist? You really don't know what a dictionary, you don't know what that means then. You just don't. That's not what it means. The celebrity class is just becoming more and more fascist, so this is just not surprising to me. Yeah, go fuck yourself. I don't know. I really like M.I.a. Just being I'm more like that, I guess. Just a pro free speech person. Not I'm less on board with Kanye, I guess, but I don't really care. I mean, I just don't. If you're pro free speech, you're supposed to not really care. Like, if somebody said something stupid, it's just ridiculous. God, people are ridiculous now. If you say, like, it's so ironic. Did you just put a hashtag free speech thing? Well, you're fascist. Okay, you just proved that there's no free speech now with just reacting to that. I don't really know how I feel about Candace Owens. She's kind of just like I don't know. I don't really know. I don't really think she, like... in a way, I think that's kind of trolling too, what she does too, but I don't know. Why do articles always put the age of people there? M.i.a, who's 47. I can't believe she's that old. She really doesn't look 47. That's pretty crazy. But they put Candace Owens' age too, so I guess they just do that in every article. Like, why do they always do that? M.i.a, who's 47. Why don't you put your age, the person who wrote this? Ryan Smith. Fascist much by saying free speech? Why don't you just move to another country that's actually fascist and see what it's like? I mean, not to sound like a right-wing guy, but... no one knows what that word means. It's just one of those things like Nazi. You're a Nazi. Also, you're a Nazi for saying Jews are like whatever Kanye said. Saying Jews control everything is Nazi. But also you're a Nazi if you just say free speech now, so... Like, what the fuck is it, you know? You know what? This outrage shit is just like, just shut up, you know? I'm glad somebody else went in there. Elon Musk, like, a guy who is at least trying to be moderate. I mean, people are really freaking out about him, but imagine, it's not like he had Trump take it over. They're acting like they had a, I don't know. They're acting like they had a fucking actually alt-right person take it over. But they use that term so often that it just is meaningless now. It's not like even Kanye West bought Twitter. If he bought Twitter, it would be more right-wing. I mean, it would be Christian, I guess. But Elon Musk, a guy who's just pro free speech, they're calling him a Nazi. So which is it? Who's the Nazi? Kanye West or Elon Musk, a guy who hasn't said anything remotely like Kanye West? Like, you can't be so radical all the time. Just to freak out when a guy who's just trying to be actually moderate. Like, sorry, you guys for years now you've had no criticism, nothing, no pushback. Every social media was just your way. You're allowed to do anything you wanted. Now a guy comes in and he's like, I'm going to try to actually make it fair and balanced, and you're freaking out. Well, that proves that you guys weren't. Like, sorry, I mean, I hope this keeps happening, this shit where they call out companies. I mean, if you really think every corporation who cuts ties with Kanye is a crystal clean, I just can't wait till this keeps coming up. Like, Adidas having Nazi ties. Actually, too, not just Candace Owens, who I don't like, so I'm going to call him a Nazi. Oh, like, oh, you're free speech, so you're a Nazi. Like, unbelievable. Just ridiculous. I mean, I'm glad that that's happening. I'm glad Elon Musk is taking it over. It's slightly interesting. I was done with Twitter. I don't know if I'm going to go back to it, but I mean, he can try to do what he wants, but I think there's still going to be a lot of bots on there. And Twitter was acting like there's no bots. Are you kidding me? It's filled with that. Reddit is filled with that. All it is fucking fake bots all over the place. And there was no rules to it. And that's it. I mean, that's how it was. There was no rules to it. Anyway, my message is just ignore Kanye. Ignore mentally ill people that are yelling in the street. That's what he was doing. You don't have to take it seriously. You don't have to react every time. God. I'm done with Kanye. Well, no, you're not, because you react to everything he says all the time. You're not done with him at all. You love everything he says. Same thing with Trump. You're not done with Trump at all. You're not done with M.I.a. Who cares? I don't know. I hope it keeps happening. I hope more and more celebrity speak out slightly like that. They're like, I'm pro free speech. Oh, UK, you Nazi, I'm done with you. Okay, fine. Be done with everybody then. You have nothing to listen to or watch anymore. You know how many people probably agree with like just pro free speech? Like, probably a decent amount of celebrities are in the middle too, like that aren't gonna speak out. Like, there's been probably a lot of them that haven't said anything. And if they start coming out and they're going, I'm done with you. All right, you'll have nothing else left. I mean, all these fucking journalism. Like, I write for this little magazine that no one's heard of, and I'm pissed. I'm pissed off. I live in a brownstone in Brooklyn. I have bangs, and I'm 38. All right, fine. Be done with them then. No one gives a shit. Shut up. No one cares. Live your life. I don't care. That's my message. That's my Halloween message, everybody. It's spooky out there. Okay, everybody get your spooky time. Go to haunted house today.
Monsters all around us. It's spooky out there when Elon Musk is taking over Twitter because it's a ghoul and he's a monster. It's spooky now with Elon Musk taking over Twitter. It's spooky. Fascism is taking over our culture, and that is spooky. Just as scary as Halloween ghosts, everyone. Ghostly humming. This isn't scary, it's a little kid. Sounds like a little kid humming. It's spooky out there with the right wing taking over our culture. Spooky, everyone. Have a spooky time and a spooky season. Yes. Make sure to watch out for all the right-wing Nazis out there in this spooky season. Nazis are all around you. You can't even see them sometimes, they just jump out. But watch out, protect your kids, hide your wife, because Nazis are all around us, guys. A lot of times they're lazy. Watch out, watch out, watch out, watch out.